Welcome to series of database management system video lectures. Today we will be discussing about unit 5 topic 4, that is SQL aggregate functions. Now, what do we mean by an aggregate function? Now, I wanted to select a column of records and perform an operation. So aggregate function will be dealing exclusively upon every individual column. So it does the operation in common to all the records of that particular column. So now we have few types of SQL aggregate functions. The first one is count. So now let us look at this with an example. Yeah. So now let me take EMP1 table. So this is our employee 1 table. Now I wanted to count how many number of records which we have. So select count. Select count. So now I wanted to get how many number of records are there in this particular table EMP1. So here we have only 5 records. So now let me change the content here. Select count of records wherein I have the employees whose salary is greater than 50. So now I wanted to see how many number of records which I have where the employee salary is about 50,000. So above 50,000, I have 1, 2. Okay, only 2 records we have. Then mm, let me change this with 30,000. And now we got 4 because when you look at the content, above 30 means 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 records we should get here. Now let us rewrite a count function here. So select count star, which is going to count how many number of records from the employee 1 table where salary is greater than 30,000. So look at the table here. So greater than 30 is 34, 56, 89. So only 3 records which is matching to that criteria. So now let me apply another constraint. So let me add another record into this where employee city is Delhi. Okay. Insert into EMP1 values. So here I wanted to add another record with the employee ID number 7 and employee name. The next one is employee name department. Employee name is Roshan. Okay. And the department is admin department. Okay. And the salary is 60,000. And the bonus was given 800. Okay. And finally the city. Let me take this city to be Delhi. Okay. Right. Okay. So one more record has been inserted. Now let me fetch the records here. Yes. We have on the whole 6 records. Now let me change the query. That is select count the star from employee 1. I wanted to fetch only the records distinct of employee city. Okay. Now let me apply count function with a distinct keyword. So I wanted to retrieve all the records from the employee table wherein the employee city should be distinct. Okay. So when we write a query like this, yes. So I wanted to retrieve how many number of distinct employee cities which we have. The first one is Gorgon, Delhi, Jaipur, Mumbai. Okay, and again Null and Delhi. So on the whole, we have only four cities that we have for that particular table. So this is with respect to count. Now let us look at a sum now. Yeah. Now I wanted to calculate. Sum of all the content of salaries. Okay. Now, whatever the salary values that we have given for all the records are going to be summed up together, and that's how we get the results here. Okay. So that is for sum. You can consider any set of parameters to it. Now, the next one is average. So you can even apply the same thing. Average of salary can also be calculated here. Okay. So that means the total value divisible by how many number of records of data that we have. And the next is max and then min. Now let us try to find what is the max of the salary, maximum value. So this is the highest value that we have from the given set of records. Now I wanted to retrieve what is the least value for the given salary. So this is the least value which have been taken for the records. So with this, we have completed with aggregate functions. Now the next topic is disallowing not null values. Now, while creation of a table, I don't want it to take any null values for inserting the data into the table. So to demonstrate this, let us take an example. So let me create table movie. Now here, let me give movie ID, which is of type integer, movie name, which is of varchar of length 20 characters. Okay. And then producer, which is of type varchar of length 10 characters. Okay. So now let me create this sort of table. Now, while creating this table itself, I don't want the data to be taken as null. Never a movie name will be available with the movie ID number as null. Okay, so I am applying a constraint that is not null constraint at the time of creation of the field itself. So now we have created a table with the movie 1. So let me insert into movie 1 values. So the first one is ID, that is, let us say that 101 is a movie ID and the movie name is, the movie name is Zoom. Okay. And then the producer is Akshay. Right. So now for the first time, the record is being inserted. Select start from table name, that is movie 1. Fine. One record has successfully inserted. Now, next time I wanted to insert the record for 102, where the movie name is Boom and the producer was Harry. Okay, fine. Now let us retrieve the content from the table. Fine. You have inserted 2 records. Now let me add another record with a number as null. And let me define the movie name to be Moon and the director is Yash. Okay. So now, yeah, because we have given movie ID to be not null. That's the reason. If we pass a null value for that ID number, it will not accept. So this is the scenario for movie 1 table. Now let me insert the data for movie table wherein I did not apply any constraint upon it. So let me add one record. Yes. Select a star from movie. Okay. So one record has been inserted having movie ID to be null. So I have created 2 tables. One is movie and the second one is movie 1. For movie 1, without applying any constraints. For movie 1, I have applied a constraint that is not null. So I am not going to accept any null value for movie 1 table. Whereas for movie table, you can allow null values there. Okay. So in this manner, you can set up the constraint of not null at the time of creation of the table as well as after alteration of the table. During alteration of table also, you can set up that.